probably couldn't have gotten out of New Orleans. So I took a job at St. Aug, expecting to stay there for 1 year. I was an assistant junior varsity football coach, a gopher, and you all know what a gopher is. I mean, I would go do this, bring some water, bring Coke, whatever, I would do it. It just so happened we were playing a game in my first year there, and the head coach had gotten sick, so I had a chance to run the show. As the game progressed and we were ahead in the score, we wanted to freeze the ball. So I told the third string quarterback, I want you to go in and fall on the ball. Sure enough, he goes in, the official put the ball in the neutral zone, he jumps on the ball in the neutral zone. I looked at him, I said, oh heck no, I know this is not for me. If I've got to sit around and fool around with people like this, I will never have been a success. But so happened that I did, and I stuck with it and had a chance to go against some of the best people, as you said earlier, in the state of Louisiana, both in high school and in the college ranks. And I appreciate the honor of going into this hall very, very much. Thank you.
All right, Coach, talk about coming in at the time you did, dealing with whatever issues there may have been with the segregation and that climate at that time.
When I came in in 1961 as a coach at St. Aug. St. Aug had a principal by the name of Reverend Robert Grant. Reverend Robert Grant had applied for admission into the LHSAA. St. Aug was a member of the LIALO, which was an organization, an organization of black, which consisted of black schools. Father Grant was successful through a court order in 1967, and the courts ordered the LHSAA to admit St. Aug into the association. St. Aug, prior to that, during the mid-60s, had tremendous football teams. They won something like about 45 or 46 games in a row. They were winning football, baseball, track, you name it. When we got into the LHSAA, there was a ruling that came down because St. Aug used a form of teaching a reading that was not on, I can't remember, what was not on the state's approved list of books. So as a result, 46 athletes were declared ineligible. And it took its toll. For the next 2 years, I think we won something like 3 football games and didn't win anything else. At the time, Father Grant, who was a very he was a person who just loved to win. So he got rid of the coach in football and basketball, as a matter of fact. He got rid of the coach and decided to hire me. I was 26 years old at the time. Never had a head coaching position. As a matter of fact, I had been coaching about 4 years. And he had given me the opportunity to learn earlier by paying my way to clinics throughout the country. As a matter of fact, I went to Kansas State, went to Cushing up in New York, I went to Buffalo, New York. They used to have an all-star football game there every summer. I went out to Lubbock, Texas, anywhere that football was being taught. And I had a chance to study and listen to the best and picked up some of the finer things. During that particular time, is that there were no clinics in the South for blacks to go to, with the exception of one clinic down in Florida, and was run by Florida A&M by Jake Gaither. So as a result of learning from the best, and by the way, I did have a chance to go to one clinic that LSU had up in Shreveport, Captain Shreve. They had a Captain Shreve Hotel, and got a chance to meet Charlie Mack, and I must say, we remained friends until he died.
All the diversity and then the turn of the corner and having the good teams, it all really came home with that 1975 unbeaten team. Talk about that season, how fun that was.
And that was fun. That was one of the best that was not the best football team we had, but that was one of the best football teams that we had. They finished 15-0. On that team, we had 22 people that got Division I scholarships, so you can tell it was a pretty good football team. And they were good students as well as good football players. We had one close game that year, and that was against Sulphur. Sulphur was leading us 13-0 going into the fourth quarter. And I went to the quarterback at the time, who was a kid by the name of Raymond Gray. I said, Gray, we've got to score 2 touchdowns. He said, how much time do we have? I said, we've got about 6 minutes. He said, okay. And I said, just like that. He said, yeah, okay. I said, I believe you. He said, they don't call us radio for nothing. I said, what you mean radio? He said, all you got to do is turn us on, we'll play. So that team, and you know, I hear a lot today about this 1975 team, but Ron and Bill can tell you that 1972 team was something else.
What about going back-to-back in 78 and 79?
That was a surprise. We didn't have the talent in 1978 or 1979 that we had early. You know, you mentioned the Catholic League. The Catholic League, well, you said the toughest in the state. It might have been one of the toughest in the country, because they had some pretty good football coaches there. You had the Callbacker, Billy Conlon, great coach, Zimmerman. I mean, great football coaches, and they did a lot to make their teams great. And all of these teams were teams that were well disciplined and well grounded in fundamental. Now, you know, we talk about during the turbulent times, but I can stand here and truthfully say I never, ever had any problems out of the coaches. Never, ever. We played Chalmette, down in Chalmette, all the dogs and the police there. Bobby Nuss and I met in the middle of the field, hugged. The kids met and talked, and the people in the stands couldn't understand it.
Questions for Coach?
Otis, in retrospect now, after the 79 season, you left St. Aug to try your hand at college coaching. In retrospect, as much as St. Aug's still trying to find another Otis Washington, you have second thoughts about that?
Sometimes. I do. And it's not so much of what happened to me, because all these things were never about me. It's the school and the city. And St. Aug became the de facto representative of the entire black community. And a lot of things have been lost. And, you know, we have these problems of crime and kids aren't disciplined and all. We didn't have problems like that. And I can truthfully say, and we weren't angels, but by the same token, none of our kids got in, well, one, but none of our kids really got into those type of trouble. That's why I think about it.
Coach, Avery's not here today. He'll be here tomorrow morning for the golf tournament. How much pride does it give you that St. Aug becomes the first school this century, the first high school this century, and only the third in the history of the Hall of Fame, to have two products going into the same induction plant?
That's pride. That's what we call political pride. We always believed in that, and we believed in St. Aug's mission. And St. Aug's mission was discipline, cohesiveness, and basically self-reliance.
How good a coach have you been with the long quarterback and Falk running back?
Huh?
With the long quarterback and Falk running back, because you
Yeah, I was telling Kevin about I was telling Kevin about that earlier. I saw him play. Boy, he ripped St. Aug a glue in the up down there.
And then what about Leonard Smith up the road?
Yeah, that's another one. It has some. I tell you what, if they had been New Orleans, they'd have been at St. Aug. Thank you very much.